Peace, peace, y'all. This is House Shoes, and you are tuned in to the Ambiance podcast. It's ill. It's crazy. It's so fucking good, man.
For sure. All right. Take the shot.
Yeah, let's go.
3, 2, 1. And we're live. Some good shit, right? House Shoes. We got a motherfucking legend in the game sitting across from me right now in the Detroit hip hop scene. We got House Shoes. How you doing, House Shoes?
I'm good, brother. Cheers, man.
Cheers, yeah, cheers. It's hot as shit outside.
Way too hot. Shit.
Yeah, but so how are things for you right now, just being like a DJ and a producer in this like COVID element that we have?
Man, I'll keep it 100, man. I'm chilling.
You're chilling?
Like, I am probably in one of the most affected and non-important, non-essential industries. So we're way past the finish line of all this shit. Like, we're not going to be working. I'm not going to have a gig for, who knows, maybe a year from now.
You just come to accept that now, huh?
I'm chilling, man. I'm financially responsible. You know what I mean? I got the record label shit. I got passive income coming in. That unemployment hit like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like,
For
I'll
a cool
take that
minute.
shit. I'm chilling, man. I'm cool with it, you know?
Yeah, that's dope. I wanted to ask you this specifically because I know you collect a lot of records. You got a pretty big archive. So
Absolutely.
Do you think that a lot of record stores are going to survive this hit?
Who knows what the fuck is going to make it through to the other end? I'm not a person that's ever worried about the economy.
Yeah.
I don't fuck about that shit. I do what I do. I live in my own little bubble. You know what I mean?
Control what you can control.
I mean, record stores, venues, restaurants. I mean, there's an article that came out where Yelp said that 60% of the restaurants that have temporarily closed are permanently closed.
Damn, fuck.
So it's yeah, man. I kind of step into that thinking space, and then I step right the fuck back out. I'm like, we'll see. We'll see when we get to it.
You could play all day, I guess, playing like what if for both sides.
Drive yourself fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just take care of yourself, take care of your people. You know?
I feel you. That's like I don't know if you've ever been to Amoeba. You've been to Amoeba probably plenty of times. Like,
I was hurt, man. I was hurt that I can't
down.
step my feet in there one last time. But they're gonna have a new spot on Hollywood, so
for sure.
Progression.
Hell yeah. But you've been in the game like so fucking long and are respected by so many people. How did you first get into the game when you were younger? And what pushed you to get into hip hop?
I mean, it spoke to me. You know what I mean? Like, when I heard hip hop for the first time, I was like, this is it for me. Struck a chord, tunnel vision. I always like to get the tapes before everybody else and just put everybody up on this shit. So the natural progression in that is become a DJ. DJs get the records before anybody. You know what I'm saying? That was the main reason I started DJing, for like the test press, white label 12 inches, just getting that crazy head start.
What age were you?
18.
You're 18? Okay. Yeah. That's when you first started?
18, yeah. I went to Eastern Michigan. I got kicked out for arson.
Holy fuck.
And that's a whole nother thing. And I took all the money that was left in the account. And I just started buying records. You know what I mean? And I would start going down to St. Andrews Hall on Friday nights, which was like our kind of mecca of hip hop in Detroit.
That's where they had that 8 Mile scene, right? Where they did the rap battles?
The venue in 8 Mile was kind of like a joining of St. Andrews Hall, which was our Friday night party venue, and the hip hop shop. Like, there were no battles at St. Andrews.
Okay.
The battles were at the hip hop shop Saturday afternoons on 7 Mile. Maurice Malone's hip hop shop. Proof was hosting. All the dope motherfuckers would be in there. Yeah, man. And I just, I gradually built my platform, and I'm very selfish. Like, I don't give a fuck about current events. If some shit speaks to me, I speak that shit to the world.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
So back then, who were like some of your early influences when it was early on?
Like, how early we talking?
Like that made you kind of want to get into the game. Like,
well, the game, I don't fuck with the game per se. I've never really cared about the music industry, because that shit is business. The music business is business. It ain't music. It's all money and commodification. My homies, my DJ homies, my man O Love, that was the cat that I went over his crib one day after school, and he had all these fucking records, and he had shit that wasn't even on calendars yet.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Not like publicly related to anybody. My man DJ Dez, Andres from back home, an incredible DJ. JD, of course. Yeah. You know what I mean? On the beat side of things, just going over his crib and I would pull a couple records out. He would chop that shit up for me on the SB 1200 and the 950, and he would leave and go to the titty bar, and never come back.
Never come back.
I would lock up at like 5 or 6 in the morning.
Damn.
You know what I mean? In his mom's crib. You know what I'm saying? So,
damn.
my man Spot and Beej from the original crew I was in, which was called 31 Flavors. That was my definitely my first introduction to making beats.
Got you.
On little fucking battery powered samplers, 4 tracks and shit. You know
Damn.
what I'm saying?
So, all you guys were peers, right? So,
Yep.
do you guys think that you kind of created your own wave for your own sound?
It's crazy, man, because we didn't know what the fuck we were doing.
Yeah.
We were having fun. We were kids fucking around.
Yeah.
Even all the way through the St. Andrews era, just getting blowed out every Friday night, smoking mad Philly blunts on stage. Old Philly blunt days.
What's
you
a
know what I
Philly
mean?
blunt? Break it down for me.
Philly blunts are like, that's what motherfuckers used to smoke back in the day. They weren't swishers. It was Philly blunts. It was a pack of 5. It'd be like $2. And when you roll big ass blunts, I remember the first time the Artifacts came to Detroit. Shout out to Tame and L.
Shouts
Rest
out.
in peace, DJ Chaos. They came right when the Wrong Side of the Tracks came out.
Okay.
And me and my homie Doc smoked an ounce with them in 1 pack of Phillies. 5 blunts, an ounce, cannons. Just ruined their fucking show, homie.
Damn, bro,
Like, they didn't
wrote
even
me.
know the words to the fucking new single. You know what I mean?
Sabotage
Just
them.
stumbling around on stage. And we've been great friends ever since.
That's wild. What was Detroit like back then?
It was dope, man. It was so much creative energy and just our shit. You know, we had our own sound. We were definitely influenced. We had bits and pieces of everywhere. We had East Coast influence. We had West Coast influence. We had Southern influence. But when it was our time to create, we made our own shit. We didn't want to sound like nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there was some fucking pixie dust in the air, some crazy shit, and we shifted the culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just by music for a lot of us was an escape. It wasn't a competition or where we're trying to get to the top of the food chain. Life could be fucking heavy in Detroit.
Yeah.
So when you got in that creative space, it was like, okay, I'm not going to fuck all that shit. I'm going to do what I want to do right now, and I'm going to do it fucking 100%.
That sounds like a good dope ass place to be at back then.
Yeah, it was incredible, man.
Is it like that now? Do you go back like pretty often?
I go back like once a year. It's a lot different.
In what ways?
I mean, the music's different.
Really?
You know, the hip-hop shit is like hip-hop for the public is just, it's some different shit now. And the city's mad different. When they talk about all this, you know, like the Detroit Renaissance, it's kind of just making white folks feel safe downtown.
Really?
You know what I mean? The
Yeah.
hood's just fucked up as it always been. You know what I mean? They're not doing no work in the city. It's just specific areas. And in my opinion, it's just, yeah, let's figure out how to make these suburban white motherfuckers come down here and spend some money.
Like
So,
gentrification type?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you used to be able to get a crib in Detroit for fucking $500.
Shit.
I mean, you might have to put like 10 or 20 or 30 in it
Yeah.
to fix it up. But now, I mean, where the old Tiger Stadium used to be, Michigan and Trumbull, you know, it's fucking $600,000.
You serious?
2-bedroom apartments.
For Detroit?
Yeah.
Damn.
So,
Fuck.
yeah, the money is going up. As soon as they announced that the old retired, you know, the fucked up train station from, like, you've seen it in Transformers and shit.
Oh,
They was
yeah.
fighting on top of that motherfucker.
That was in
That's
Detroit?
that's the abandoned train station, and they announced that was going to be Ford Motors World Headquarters, and like all the real estate immediately through the roof.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I had a homie that bought a crib for like $150,000 a year before that. The day they announced it was like $375, and now it's probably like a $600,000 house.
Damn.
Yeah.
So I heard that back in the day, like one of the reasons why a lot of the Detroit areas got bad was because the automobile industries were leaving the city and going
Yeah.
to like, is that kind of
It
what happened?
I mean, it happens all the time, you know. I mean, Flint's a great example.
Yeah.
Flint is as wild as Detroit can be. No motherfucker in Detroit wants to get dropped off in Flint.
Really?
You know what I mean? Flint is fucking wild, like wasteland type shit. No
Is it-
shots.
Yeah, it's a different type of like. it's a
Well, when you
different-
have a business that creates the economy for a city or an area, and then you remove that, I mean, the fuck you think's gonna happen?
Everyone's
you know
gonna
what I
go
mean?
be jobless,
and it never
homeless.
gets replaced. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's when you get crime and this. People don't just start shooting motherfuckers and robbing people just for the hell of it. It's because
Yeah.
they have no other options. You know what I mean?
Facts. So back then, I think that like, because right now, I don't know if you know some of the artists, like producers now, like, you know, Sango.
Oh, absolutely.
Sango that's like a different type of wave and sound. So do you embrace that type of music?
I embrace anybody from Detroit that is trying to make their life better through art.
Okay.
Even if it's some shit I can't fucking stand. Who am I to say don't do that?
Yeah.
It's none of my business. I do what I do. I can't expect everybody to be on the same tip I am. But who would I be to be like, man, fuck you and fuck that shit you're doing? Who knows the change that could create in your life?
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I
true.
mean?
So back when you first started, like you guys were kind of pushing your own wave and your own sound. So it's like, why would you do that to another generation? If you know what I mean?
Absolutely. And you know, adults don't need to be worried about what kids are doing.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, think about when I was a kid. Ain't nobody trying to hear no old head telling me what the fuck I'm supposed to be listening to. You know what I mean?
How was it DJing back then? I'm sure like it was a lot.
Oh, it was great. It was records.
Everything was vinyl.
There wasn't no email where, you know, somebody presses a button and 50,000 people got the song. It was like, you know, that new shit came. You might see the new video like at the end of Rap City that week, like the Rap City Top 10, like, oh shit, this new Black Moon joint is crazy. So you get on the fucking hunt, because back then it would be maybe 2 or 3 test presses in the whole city. And you got to hunt them bitches down. And that was me from Saturday to Friday. That was my entire fucking operation. I had to go find all the new heat, had to beat everybody to all that new heat, then beat their ass up with it at the club on Friday. And then working at record stores, you could come and cop the shit the next day.
And you were working at record stores too, right?
Absolutely.
So you were covering like all angles.
Yeah.
Scene.
Both sides of the coin, 100%.
Damn, that probably helped you out a lot with getting like exclusive shit, right?
Absolutely. You know what I mean? I met JD working at Street Corner Music, and it was a wrap after that. I was cramming that shit down everybody's throat.
Damn.
You know what I mean? He played me a tape in the Ranger after work one day, and I was like, yo, this shit is crazy, bro. And we started linking up. Boo, boo, boo. He give me tapes. Let's bring a tape deck to the club.
For real?
Playing shit through the tape deck. You know what I mean? Like hours after it was recorded. Like playing players like.
So you're breaking music like in these clubs.
Bro, I broke, you know, not no big head shit. I broke 95% of the golden era hip hop records.
Really?
Like you heard that shit from like you was going down to St. Andrews on Friday to hear the new shit that House Shoes had.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Straight up.
You just had that reputation.
That was my job, man. That was what I lived for. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So back then, because I feel like you couldn't really hide being if you were a good DJ or not. You either were or you weren't. We were talking a little bit off air how like a lot of DJs now have like preset mixes or whatever. They just throw it on. There's a lot of
sync. You hit the sync button and the next joint just comes in perfect tempo.
Exactly. So the way it's transitioned now, what's like one of the biggest like probably like nuances or one of the things that's most annoying for you seeing like how DJing has changed to this point?
It's the fucking popularity contest.
That's what it is now.
At the end of the fucking day, a DJ's job is to play other people's music. So where does the ego come in? How are you fucking like a pig-headed motherfucker like when all you're doing is playing other motherfuckers' music?
Yeah.
You could be really good at playing it, but once you remove the fact that it's other people's music, you can't do shit without another person. Yeah. So chill out, homie. Just play the fucking records.
Sit down, be humble.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hear that. And there's a whole another element to it now because there's like social media now and like there's like issues with copyright and shit because like everyone's getting pissed.
Listen, fuck all you record labels.
Okay.
Fuck
let them know.
Every major fucking record label on that bullshit. Fuck the DMRC.
That part.
Come on, man. How fucking greedy you gotta be? You're gonna take every, like, motherfuckers want to play. They love the music. They're trying to share your music. They're promoting for free. How you gonna clip? Like, I mean, we get sent this music from the record labels. Yeah. Then play it on IG Live and get clipped. Motherfucker, what type of sense does that make? You know what I mean? Like,
it's free advertising for the
it's
music.
So stupid, but greed, that's probably the number one goal in the fucking music industry is how can we fucking suck every coin out of this shit? You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, it's disturbing.
There's some nasty ass people.
Yeah, man.
Out there. But I'm like back then when you first started, DJing wasn't as popular, right? Like it wasn't like so seeked to be a
Right.
DJ, right?
Yeah, now rappers' sales start falling off, and now they're doing a DJ tour and shit. You know
Yeah,
what I
that's
mean?
true.
That's
In the
really
clubs.
frustrating. Like motherfucker, make a good record and get off them turntables.
Yo, facts. That's crazy. So when you see the direction that like hip hop is taking right now, like in general, like what are your thoughts on it? Do you embrace it or do you do?
I mean, hip hop took over the world, man.
Mm-hmm.
But then the world took over hip hop.
Oh shit!
You know what I mean?
Never heard that before. That's hard.
Absolutely.
That's hard.
So you can't be mad, man. Get in where you can fit in. But I don't play ball. I don't play by the rules. I don't play fucking games, man. I love music. I love people that love music. And, my whole shit is, my job is to play good music for good people.
Yeah.
And I'm blessed to have that platform. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
25 years in the game. 26.
Shit.
14 years in LA. When I was in Detroit, I didn't give a fuck about anything but providing for our city. I never traveled. I was like, why the fuck would I go DJ somewhere else?
Yeah.
We do this shit here every week. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the main reasons I ended up moving to LA, because I could never prioritize myself over our community. You know what I mean? I was always connecting dots for everybody else, but just kind of falling back on my own shit. And I moved to LA 14 years ago, and I've been to fucking 43 countries. You know what I mean?
43 countries. The music took you to 43 countries?
Absolutely. Playing all my homies shit from back at the crib all over the world. You know what I mean?
That's the best part about it. It's like music took you there. It wasn't you traveling.
100%.
Damn. What was like one of your favorite places that you traveled to?
Oh, man. Austria. Vienna.
Austria?
Vienna, Austria.
What's over there?
Man, shout out to the homie Klaus. Klaus was my favorite promoter in Europe. Whenever he would pick me up from the airport, he'd have like a quarter of the best weed in Austria, like 2 bottles of Hennessy. We go to a Brazilian steakhouse, have like $1,000 fucking dinner. You know what I mean?
Damn.
And that shit lends itself to me going the fuck in. Like I DJ'd for, I think 6 hours the first time I was there. Like 7 hours the second time I was there, and I think the longest I DJ'd there was 8.5 hours.
8.5 hours? Fuck.
Like the sound man walks up to me, and he's got this really fucking crazy look on his face. I'm like, fuck, did I say like some wild shit on the mic, drunk and shit? I'm like, what's up, man? He's like, man, you've been DJing for fucking 6.5 hours. Like we were supposed to close like 3 hours ago. I'm like, oh, get the fuck out of here. He shows me his watch. It's like 6 a.m.
Damn.
I'm like, damn, then we went for 2 more hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the vault must be pretty heavy if you're fucking going in for 8 hours, right?
Oh, absolutely, bro.
How do you do that? Like
muscle memory.
Really?
Absolutely. I mean, I can't remember any of this shit. When I tour, like I used to be super. I drink a bottle of whiskey in a set. I went to China. I did an Asia tour finally a couple years ago. I went to Japan. First night in Japan, I was supposed to DJ. Once again, I was supposed to DJ for like 90 minutes. And a DJ for like 5.5 hours. So I drink a lot in 90 minutes.
Yeah.
So I drank for 5. I had the worst fucking hangover of my life. I quit drinking for like 5 months.
Really?
After that shit. And that shit was really wild, because you come to learn that when I started DJing, I wasn't even legal. When I started DJing at St. Andrews Hall, I was 19 years old.
So you had to get snuck in or
20.
what?
No, I mean, they hired me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I was still drinking. I'm the DJ.
Yeah.
But my job is to make like 500-600 strangers have the fucking time of their life.
Yeah.
I don't know these motherfuckers. Give me a drink. Faded. My job is to fucking party and play dope shit. But partying has a lot to do with it. The more buzzed up, the more faded I am, the more fun we all gonna have.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So you come to realize it's like social anxiety. It's like coping with social anxiety. Like I got to get a little buzzed up to let that freedom come in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can just I check out.
But when you're how many days a night would you DJ back then? Like
back like in Detroit, or back when I moved out here? Or?
Back when you moved out here.
I had like a weekly night called Shoes House at the Room. And then it would just be like one-offs, like the Do-Over or DJing at the Adidas store.
Do-Over is dope.
Dime, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whoever want to rock.
Yeah, but to DJ like multiple nights a week and then to have to like party like that every time you DJ? That's heavy. That's a
Well, that was 14 years ago. It's a lot
Yeah.
easier. I'm 45 years old now. So like I'm saying, like last night I went in on Twitch for like 5 hours, and I woke up this morning like,
shit.
oh fuck, I gotta go do this podcast. I was like, hey man, I'm gonna be a little bit late, man.
It's all good. It's all good.
But
But
I'm very grateful, man. I'm
Yeah.
so absolutely grateful.
sounds like one of the funner jobs to like have. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I can see why so many people want to do it.
I will say this: that line about if you can figure out how to do what you love, you'll never work another day in your life. That's complete bullshit.
Why do you say that?
Because it's work, motherfucker.
It's
It's harder,
still-
in all honesty, to do what you love and to protect it at the same time and to keep it safe and not pimp it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, there's a lot of, you got to fucking stick to your guns, man. Like,
Yeah.
I got a record label. I put out 70 fucking records in the last 7 years. I don't own any of that shit.
Why?
Why would I want to own? I don't want to own somebody else's music.
I
That's
see
how
what
the
you're
whole
saying.
music industry works. The only way you're gonna get a record on a major record label, you have to secede your ownership. You have to give ownership of something that you created by yourself up, and that shit is fucking evil to me.
Yeah.
Like, fuck out of here, man. Let's put that shit on plastic. It's all you. I just want to document it. You know what I mean?
But that's one of the benefits of the modern day too, is that more people are going independent, right, than ever
Absolutely.
before. So that's one.
People complain. People always got some complaints, but I mean, this hip hop shit is popping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's popping, man. There's more dope shit than there probably has ever been available in any piece of the genre that you like to consume.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just got to do you got to do like 3 or 4 more clicks.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you had to get your fingers dirty. You had to go different places. Now you just got to like click your fucking keyboard like 4 or 5
Facts.
more times to find that shit.
It could take you places, and it's crazy.
Absolutely.
Back when you started, it sounded like everything was relationship based. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They gave you their records because they trusted you and they had
Absolutely.
a pre-established relationship with you. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Now it's like, like I feel like a lot of probably people in the music industry is just see like the type of quote unquote clout that you got, and based off that they'll share their music with you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
It's crazy different now.
Yeah.
Shit. So once you moved to LA, is that when things started like really happening for you, or?
Yeah, because I was like, fuck you motherfuckers. I'm about to do me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm about to take care of myself. You know, I never did my own record. And just focusing on, it's funny how, I said this a few times before in interviews and shit, but it's funny how there's such a negative connotation to the word selfish. When all selfish means is you put yourself first. You can't do shit for nobody else until you put yourself in the absolute best position you can be in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you get haters, but if you ain't got no haters, you ain't doing shit right.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Haters lets you know that, okay, these motherfuckers are watching and they mad because they ain't involved. That's all a hater is.
Did you hear-
It's a
you-
spectator.
You deal with a lot of that in your career?
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
I feel like for you, especially because you're very blunt. You speak your mind. You don't give
Yeah.
a fuck. So
honesty is the best policy, man. You know what
it's
I mean?
hard to come by nowadays.
People are so fucking soft with their words, man. So when you soften your words, you soften your message. Like, I ain't
Okay.
got time for that. I'm going to give you that shit uncut. Unfucking cut. I'm going to stick that shit right in your fucking stomach. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think people appreciate that now, though, because I tweeted this the other day. It was just like, the older you grow, the more you realize that people have like ulterior motives for like every single thing that they do.
Absolutely, bro.
So authenticity is like extremely hard to come by nowadays.
Yeah.
So
it is so much. It's everybody's trying to get in where they can fit in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Fuck. I love the bluntness though, because you keep it OG. Is that why you think you've been able to stick around like so long in this? Is just
Can't nobody do this shit like me, man.
okay.
Can't nobody do. There's nobody, in my opinion, there's nobody more rooted in what this shit should be. You know what I mean? Honor and respect of the fucking culture. You know what I mean? I like to say that the tip I'm on with hip hop is like I'm a progressive traditionalist. You know what I mean?
Go. What does that mean?
Like you're rooted in what the fuck this shit is, but you're pushing it
Pushing the
far
culture.
beyond. You know, I'm fucking 10 years ahead of motherfuckers. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like last night I was playing like Dilla beats on fucking Twitch and shit. And it's like these fucking beats are 20 years old. Like, could you imagine riding around in your car 20 years ago I was riding to that shit.
And that was like,
I mean?
it was new
Motherfuckers
back
playing
then.
the beats for motherfuckers now. Like, yo, what is that? I'm like, yo, that shit is 20 years ago. And they're like,
It's timeless music.
yeah, man. I always sniff out the illest motherfuckers. The next one, the ones that deserve the eyes and the ears on them. You know what I mean? I'd rather find a kid who's in his bedroom that doesn't give a fuck about any of this. That's just making music because he has to release that music from himself.
Yeah.
You know? Those are the people that I want to capture. You know, it ain't no innocence left. Everybody had, like you said, everybody's got motives. You know what I mean? Nah.
With that being said, who are some of the newer artists that you're rocking with right now?
On some rap shit. Lord Juco from Toronto. He's really dope. Pistol McFly. He's an LA cat. Fucks with Dirty Science. Fucks with Exile. So many
Exile's
dope
hard.
motherfuckers, man. I mean, just like my label, Street Corner. Mo Dirt. My man Mo Dirty from Detroit. We just dropped his album produced by Dirt Beats. That shit is fire.
Hell yeah.
My man Tenacity. His album just came out last night.
I saw that. Yeah, you dropped that last night?
Yeah. We're just keeping it moving, man. You know, I'm blessed. You know, a lot of there's no greater blessing than like hearing a motherfucker that moves your spirit, and then hitting them up, and them being so fucking excited to just be talking to you.
Really?
You know what I mean?
Because you're so respected, right?
Because I keep it 100. You know what I mean? I keep it 100 personally, artistically, politically. You know what I mean? All of it.
And people know it, so that's why they rock with you every home.
And I made my Twitter private. So
Oh,
so
shit.
I don't have to deal with none of that bullshit no more. I was like, man, fuck. I used to live for that shit. I would just like put some bait out and be like, all right, let's
Who's
go.
gonna argue
fucking
today?
Coming right now. I'm gonna shut all these cocksuckers down. But yeah, I made my Twitter private, and I made my Instagram where the only motherfuckers that can comment are people that I follow or people
really?
that follow me. And it removed everything, bro. It
Yeah.
removed a lot of shit off my shoulders.
People
you know what I mean?
be trolling nowadays, quote
I
unquote.
got time for that shit, man. I don't, and I used to love it, but it's like
It starts fucking with
I'm
you,
much
right?
more valuable when I'm not wasting my fucking time arguing with some cocksucker on Twitter. You know what I mean? I could be wrapping up another record.
Facts.
Fuck out of here.
Is it different now, like rolling out music just because of like you can't do any live performances or shows?
This record label shit is so super casual for me. I don't do rollouts. I don't do marketing and promotion.
Okay.
When the record gets done, we put it in the fucking oven. I tell these motherfuckers, hey, it's a new record, and then we're on to the next one.
Like that?
You know what I mean?
What's the
With
label
an independent
called
label, there's no budget. There's no. I'm not trying to spend money when motherfuckers are already watching me, and it's going to be a gradual progression where more and more eyes and ears are on it. So why blow a motherfucker's whole budget on videos and all this shit, and he's not going to get $1 in his fucking pocket?
Yeah.
Like, fuck that, man. I'm trying to give these motherfuckers money. You know what I mean? I'm trying to the whole point is to build confidence in artists, because creative artists are usually the most unconfident motherfuckers. You would be really surprised how messy their images of themselves are, and just like motherfuckers are beating the shit out of everybody musically, but they don't believe in themselves still. So I like to be the first records. I want to give a motherfucker his first record. I don't want you to the finish line. I don't want to sign. I haven't signed an artist. I don't sign you. Just give me the music and we're going to do a fucking record, man.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about none of that.
That's dope.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's called Street Corner Music, right?
Yeah, named after the first record shop that I worked at.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So what inspired you to start that? What time was it that you started that?
That was 8 years ago. About 8 years ago. The mother of my children, we were still together. Mm-hmm. And she had went back to school for a minute, so I was on daddy duty at the crib, and I was just like, I got to do something. I can be on this computer all day while I'm with the kids. So I decided to start curating these beat tapes.
Right.
Where I would get 100 beats from an artist. I don't just put your record out. You got to give me all your shit, and I make my version of your record.
Really?
You know what
That's
I mean?
how it works?
Absolutely. I mean, there's a couple exceptions, but for the most part, yeah. I'll hit a motherfucker up and be like, send me all your music. And they'd be like, all my music? I'm like, yeah, send me that shit, bro. I want to make a record. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Keep it coming. It's fun, man. It's so innocent. I don't give a fuck about none of this.
I'm sure for a lot of artists, too, they're not used to that. They're probably
not
used
at all,
to
but they know to trust. I mean, they learn to trust me. You know what I mean? Because once they get that record in their hand, You know, it's not about the fucking woo-ha celebration. There's no celebrations. The celebrations are when you got a kid that like fucking texts you and he's like, yo, me and my mom are in tears right now.
Damn.
Thank you so much. Like, she finally believes in what I'm doing. That supersedes anything else.
That's why you do it.
You know what
That's
I mean?
What you do it for.
Period.
Yeah.
Just build these motherfuckers up. Make them stronger than they already are. They're already strong than a motherfucker. That's why I'm fucking with them. But
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. It kind of seems like you've transitioned from like, if you were to put it kind of like in a sports reference, like from a player to a coach.
Absolutely.
Now, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, when I had kids, I stopped making beats because I was a real solitary producer. I like to do it by myself. When I had kids, there just wasn't no room. So now making these records gives me the same feeling when I used to make beats.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Give me all the ingredients. We stir that motherfucker up. It's an album. Fuck just a beat. You got a record, homie. Like, that shit's gonna last forever.
Yeah.
I just got disappointed in how kids were like happy with just putting the beat up on SoundCloud and motherfuckers pressing the heart button. Like, nah, man. Somebody could press a real button and turn the motherfucking internet off, and your shit is gone forever.
Yeah, that's true.
When I went to China, they got a new dictator like 10 years ago or whatever, and he did that shit. Like, he hit that button and poof, all that shit's out of here. That record ain't going nowhere. That record's going to go from the shelf of the record store to someone's crib to then, like, you know, they might sell their entire record collection at some point in time. It goes to someone else's crib for.
Yeah.
This record's going to go through multiple chapters.
Has a whole life.
Yeah,
of its own.
absolutely.
And there's nothing about having something like tangible that's just like, and I feel like it sounds different, like so much more crisp.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
And it's interesting how these young kids get into records now because they've grown up without any physical media.
Yeah.
Like, I literally can't tell you one time where I was like, man, yo, you remember that one time that shit came out and we downloaded it off of iTunes and we were sitting there waiting for the fucking shit to be done? And I have no memory, but I have so many memories of going to record stores for so many albums.
Yeah.
You know, I get mad at other DJs when they take the price tags off their record. I'm like, yo, what are you doing, dog? Like, that's the whole memory right there.
Yeah.
That price tag is the identification of the shop. There's usually like a date on it.
Like when they have it printed on the cover.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like Street Corner Music price tag or Amoeba Music. You know what I mean? Like, and the price tag is what triggers the memory.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you think that no, we already kind of touched on that. You think, I mean, record stores are going to be what they are? Like, some are going to survive, some aren't?
I mean, a lot of them have shifted to get through this shit selling online.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, like, for example, like Fat Beats. Fat Beats does my distribution. Fatbeats.com has had 5 of the best months they've ever had.
Really?
Period. Motherfuckers are buying records online like a motherfucker. You know what I mean?
That's true. People are indoors. Nuts. They might want to listen to records more.
And all that fucking unemployment money motherfuckers
got.
People were fucking throwing that shit. It was like strip club. You know what I mean?
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
That's where the stimulus checks were going.
Straight up.
How many records do you think you own right now? Like, if you had to guess.
Just before the quarantine and all this COVID shit, pandemic shit started, I was already on some shit where I was like, I want to refine my record collection this year. So I probably pulled about 15 boxes off the shelves. You know, a U-Haul box is like 100 records, so that's like 1,500.
Shit.
So, I'd say I probably got like maybe 7,000 to 8,000 records. You know what I mean?
7,000 to 8,000, damn.
It's decent. It's definitely not like the, you know, I got homies that got 50,000 records. You know what I mean?
Shit, really?
Like, yeah, stupid shit.
Fuck.
But it's just like, I'm 45 years old. If I ain't listened to a record in 10 years, that might be someone else's favorite record.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So I just put a kite out on, like, you know, Twitter and Instagram. Like, yo, homies. It's like, I don't like to do strangers. Like, yo, I'm getting these records off. And I mean, I made like fucking like $7,000.
Damn, off some records.
Yeah. And I still got like 5-6 boxes left.
Shit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I think with records, it's a little bit like, I don't know, like this nostalgic kind of feeling when you open it. Do you have any records that you just haven't opened yet and you're just gonna keep them sealed?
Yeah.
Like, what are some?
I mean, I got doubles. You know what I mean? Like, I cop doubles of some shit. Open one of them to play and put one on stash. Like, you know, that Anderson .Paak the first Anderson .Paak record, OBE, that
OBE.
Jakarta Records put out. It's like maybe this is before any of the major label shit. Super crazy record, but you know,
I never
it's
even
like
heard
a
that.
fucking
Damn.
$400 or $500 record now.
Really?
Absolutely.
Why? Why is it so expensive?
Because they only probably pressed like 300 to 500 of them.
It's pretty
you
rare
know what I
then.
mean? But I
Yeah.
copped dubs when that shit came out. Yeah, you know what I mean? There's some artifacts, definitely.
Some classics.
Yeah,
in
hell
there.
yeah.
So I think that what was I lost my train of thought. I apologize.
Oh, no worries.
It was about like live performances. Do you
Mhm.
miss doing live performances?
Absolutely. But I have no desire to do that shit for a real long time. Like
Until this shit is like good
people
again.
are fucking stupid, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, there's nothing like it. That's why I'm on Twitch so much. I try to go on Twitch because you get the chat. You can still have your interaction. I love playing music for people, man.
Yeah.
And I play shit that motherfuckers ain't heard. That's what separates me, too. I'm not trying to play you all the hits and all the shit. I never understood why you want to go to the club and listen to the same fucking records that you've been listening to on the radio all day.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a teacher. I'm not trying to teach you some shit you already learned. You know, this is an accelerated course.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
It's just advanced.
Absolutely.
I feel it. Well, what do you have going on in like the near future? Like anything in the works for like either Street Corner Music or yourself? Do you have any?
Yeah, just wrapping up more records, man. We just dropped that Tenacity. We dropped the Mo Dirt. Couple 45s. This flip session shit that I do, where I'll put like I'll take a old song that's very very adept to be sampled. You know what I'm saying? I'll put that up on the SoundCloud with a download link, and it's like an open invitation. You download that shit, you make a beat out of it, you send it back to me, you give me the link, I make a playlist with all the entries, and then I pick the top 2 or 3, we put it on a 45. You know what I mean?
That's dope.
And it's dope just to show. I like to show people the importance of perspective, because there's more than one way to skin a cat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got this cat that beat the shit out of this record and made a really dope beat, but then you got this other cat that did the same thing, but it's a totally different style of production.
Right.
You know what I mean? But they're both really dope. So, yeah, man, it's like to keep these kids on their toes, man. keep them dope. You know, keep them hot. Keep them wanting to be involved. And it's so much shit that I'm going to try. One of the things I'm going to try to do in the next couple of months is I'm going to try to do a 24-hour set.
24-hour set?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, absolutely.
You said the longest you ever did before was 8.5, right?
Live, yeah, I did.
Live,
I did
okay.
10 on Monday on Twitch.
10 on Monday?
So every Monday on Twitch, I do a show called My Favorite Things, twitchtv.com/shoeshouse.
So it's kind of like a learning course.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Do you like what B Junkies has going on right now with
Fuck
their DJ
yeah.
course? That's dope, huh?
Fuck yeah! I mean, they're paying it forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's building building the next generation of great DJs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like DJ Rock over there.
J-Rock,
J-Rock.
fucking Rhetmatic, Mello, D-Styles. Those are all the homies, man. Good people. And, yeah, like, when there's nothing more admirable than people that take the responsibility into their own hands.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And they've definitely done that.
Like an affordable course, too.
Yeah.
And they're, like, teaching it the right fucking way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so many people. I'm sure you get so annoyed at this. The amount of DJs who, like, probably get like these dope gigs, but they're just like not
Garbage.
talented. Yeah, they're garbage or
Yeah.
whatever the reason may be.
But a lot of the people are garbage.
That are listening to
The people in the club are garbage too for the most part, so they're having a ball. It's a perfect fit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's nothing like being a DJ, right? Like inside of a club or a bar or whatever with the music.
man.
You know, like his shit's not fire.
You
but
know, but like when you're on them wheels and they got the motherfuckers going and you got that next joint and you know as soon as you drop it, these motherfuckers are all gonna just burst into flames. Woo. It ain't nothing like it, man.
Do you know how to play on CDJs? And everything?
Never.
You never
I mean,
tried it?
we used to have, like before Serato, we would have the 2 turntables and we'd have a CDJ on the side to play all the shit that's not on vinyl.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was the only reason, like to play beats or play Dilla beat tapes, you know what I mean? Like remixes, just shit that wasn't on records. But I'm not, fuck no.
You never fucking.
I'm
learned,
not
never
gonna
touched
fucking
that?
DJ. I play records.
Really?
Even though it's Serato, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
They're records.
Yeah,
I
actually.
don't want to learn how to be comfortable on CDJs. Like if I done been to gigs where I'm like, yo man, I sent you the motherfucking rider, homie. Fuck no. Pay me. I'm not DJing unless you get some turntables out here. I didn't agree to this. You know what I mean? You
So-
already gave me the deposit. Give me that other stack, man.
So the a venue has to have the actual turntables for you to DJ. there.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, man. I don't play video games.
Press buttons on stage.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a true turntable.
But there are some of like Dez, my homie Dez. He'll destroy some CDJs.
Really?
He's the fucking illest. But I just it ain't for me.
It's crazy because you know like how there's the fade now, or it's called the phase or the fade.
Oh, the little shit that you put on
yeah,
there with
what do you
no
think about
needles.
that? What do you think about
That's
that?
dope.
Yeah.
Because, a lot of shit can I like that because it's still a regular turntable. They made some other shit. Serato made some shit, or Pioneer. I forget who made it, but they made turntables without a fucking tone arm. Like, you can't play records on them.
Then why
It's
did it?
full size. Like, why would I want
What's the
to
point of
have
it?
some shit like that take up all that space and I can't play a record on it? Like,
Yeah.
I'm cool on that. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
that phase shit is dope. And I've seen a lot of people give very high compliments. Like, the latency is supposed to be like the better than any other fucking like DJ platform.
Really?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick to my shit though.
I know
The
a lot
thing
of
that's
people.
dope about that is it removes a lot of, there's so much shit that can go wrong or be fucked up while you're like setting the equipment up. It could
Yeah.
be like something wrong with the tone arm, one of the RCA cables, the fucking needle, and that like bypasses all that, so you don't have to deal with that bullshit.
That's true.
And you're still playing on vinyl. You still get the feel of the record. You know what
Yeah,
I
and
mean?
it's pretty accurate with everything, like the
Yeah.
cuts and shit. Because I know like Shure stopped making needles, right, or something like that. Did you cop like you hoarded up on?
I did,
how
man.
many Shures? Do you
I
think
got
you
like 10. It's funny because I found a spot, like the word went out. It was right before like everybody knew, and I was like, fuck, yo. Like, I found a spot that had them for like $68 a piece,
Okay.
and I copped like 4 from them, but I immediately got like a back order notice. They were out of them, like
Yeah.
back orders. I was like, fuck, I found another spot where they were like 80 a piece. And I ordered 4 of those, and the funny thing is, I never got like a notification that the back order had been filled, and all 8 of them showed up at the same day.
Oh shit.
So I was like, "Fuck it, I'm safe."
Yeah. How long do you
Safe.
think that's gonna last you?
Man, I got like 2 left.
2 left.
Yeah, accidents happen, especially when you get like as drunk as I get
Oh
when
shit.
I'm DJing.
You be pressing extra hard and
Bad
shit.
things happen, yo. It's fucking terrible. Yeah, I might have to switch up, get some order fines or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's crazy. They're dead stock.
Yeah. I don't understand. Like, there's so much people. DJing is more popular than it's ever been. People make very poor choices with their business.
What do you mean?
Make some more fucking needles, man.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
know what
yeah.
I mean? Like,
People-
make some more needles.
supply and
yo. Like,
demand.
come on, man.
I don't understand why they stopped either. They're like obviously high selling for them.
Yeah. People make poor decisions, man.
Maybe it's for the hype. Like Kanye does. Like
Well, I was on some shit like maybe they just had a crazy backstock and they were like, "Fuck it, we're just gonna say that we don't have them anymore and just put that price up to the
yeah,
roof."
that's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
Fucking cocks.
You never know what's gonna happen with these motherfuckers.
Right.
Shit, we're almost gonna wrap up here. Where can people follow you on social? You said your Twitch was just /house shoes, right?
Yep. No, Shoes House.
Shoes House. Okay.
Twitch.tv/Shoes House. Instagram /House Shoes. Twitter /House Shoes. Instagram Street Corner SCM. StreetCornerSCM.com. What else? Yeah, I don't really fuck with the Twitter Street Corner account that much.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, Instagram is what I'm on the most. And just to keep current on the records, StreetCornerSCM.com.
All right, I'll throw that in the description too, so you guys can check it out.
Word up.
Where did you get your name House Shoes from? Where'd you coin that? How'd you coin that?
So right before I went to college, my mom got me this OG ass pair of house shoes, like black leather, like some granddaddy shit. Them bitches were comfortable. And I just wore them all the time. It's that easy.
Really?
I wore them to class. I wore them to hooping, cafeteria. You know what I mean? Then I got kicked out of school. I was going down to St. Andrews, and like when I started DJing at St. Andrews, like it was like Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. Like right before it was so ill, bro. Like people would start getting people. I'm not trying to be funny, man. The motherfuckers came to hear what shoes was gonna play. So like when I
Right.
finally got time for me to DJ, I would sit down on the edge of the stage. I'd take my house shoes out. I'd take my shoes off.
Oh shit, you're getting into
my
character.
House shoes on, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh shit, shoes about to play.
Oh, that's a whole different experience then. You got
man.
you getting into your uniform and shit.
Absolutely.
That's dope. Shit, well, we appreciate you coming on. Do you have any last words?
Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick 2020 or the rest of your life. I like it. All right, well, that's a wrap. House shoes.
Peace, brother.
Out here. Peace.